Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that affects each and every one of us, every single day of our lives. It is the small, often overlooked actions, the habits, choices, and routines that determine whether we thrive or merely survive. The title of my talk is Daily Things You Need to Improve in Your Life. And I promise you, if you take these ideas seriously, they can spark monumental change. The first and perhaps the most important daily thing you need to improve in your life is your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. It determines how you perceive challenges, opportunities, and even your own abilities. Every single thought you have shapes your reality, whether you are aware of it or not. The problem is that most of us go through life on autopilot, letting external circumstances dictate how we feel, how we act, and ultimately, how successful we become. We complain about our situation. We blame others, we feel helpless, and yet, all the while, the most powerful tool for change, our mind, sits idle, waiting for us to train it, to guide it, to use it consciously. Improving your mindset is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a conscious choice, a discipline that requires attention, commitment, and patience. Every morning, when you wake up, your brain is like a garden. The thoughts you plant will grow, and they will either bear fruit or weeds. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, life is unfair, or I'm not good enough, those thoughts will grow stronger and manifest in your reality. You will subconsciously sabotage your own success because your mind believes the stories you tell it. On the other hand, if you start your day with thoughts of possibility, of gratitude, and of purpose, you are planting seeds for success, resilience, and confidence. The process begins with awareness. You need to become aware of your negative thought patterns, of the excuses you tell yourself, and the limitations you accept. Awareness is the first step because you cannot change what you do not see. When you recognize that a limiting thought is creeping in, you can challenge it, reframe it, and replace it with a thought that empowers you. Another critical aspect of mindset is adopting a growth perspective. Too many people live with a fixed mindset. They believe their abilities, intelligence, or talents are predetermined and unchangeable. They fear failure because it threatens their self-image. They avoid challenges because they are afraid of looking incompetent. But life rewards those who are willing to grow, who are willing to fail, and who are willing to learn from their mistakes. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your mindset, to expand your capabilities, and to become more resilient. It is the small daily decisions, choosing to persevere when things get tough, choosing to learn from criticism instead of resenting it, choosing to see obstacles as temporary rather than permanent, that transform your mindset over time. Gratitude is another essential component of a strong, positive mindset. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your brain begins to see possibilities rather than limitation. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. It is easy to get lost in the chaos of life, to focus on what went wrong or what is missing. But those thoughts create stress, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. When you make a conscious effort to acknowledge even the smallest blessings in your life, a kind word from a friend, the beauty of a sunrise, your ability to take a breath, you are rewiring your brain to see the world differently. This simple daily practice cultivates joy, resilience, and optimism. It allows you to approach challenges with a calm and resourceful mind instead of reacting out of fear or frustration. Visualization is another powerful tool to improve your mindset. Our brains cannot easily distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and reality. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, overcoming obstacles, or handling difficult situations with confidence, you are training your brain to believe it is possible. Daily visualization creates mental rehearsal for success. It primes your brain to notice opportunities, make better decisions, and take bold actions. Many successful people attribute their achievements to consistent visualization combined with action. Your mind becomes a magnet for the life you desire, but only if you feed it with focused, intentional thoughts every day. The language you use with yourself and others also plays a critical role in shaping your mindset. Words carry energy. The way you speak about yourself, your circumstances, and your future either empowers you or limits you. Instead of saying, I can't handle this, say, I am learning to handle this. Instead of saying, I'll never be good enough, say, I am improving every day. This may feel awkward at first, but with consistent practice, it changes the neural pathways in your brain. Over time, your thoughts, your speech, and your actions align, creating a mindset that naturally gravitates toward success. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is equally important. Your mindset is affected by the people you interact with, the media you consume, and the environment you live in. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, cynicism, or doubt. Your mind will absorb those influences and reflect them in your reality. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage growth, your mindset will be elevated. Seek out mentors, books, podcasts, and conversations that push your thinking, that expand your possibility, and that cultivate a mindset of abundance and courage. Finally, mindset improvement requires action. Positive thinking alone is not enough. You must translate the beliefs you cultivate into daily action. The confidence you build in your mind must be reflected in your behaviors, whether it is making difficult decisions, speaking up for yourself, taking risks, or committing to consistent growth. Your mindset shapes your perception, but your actions shape your reality. The two must work together. Every day, take deliberate steps that align with the mindset you are developing. Challenge yourself, step out of comfort zones, and reinforce the belief that you are capable of more than you think. Your mindset is the foundation of your life. It is the starting point for all success, happiness, and fulfillment. By dedicating yourself to daily awareness, gratitude, visualization, positive self-talk, the right influence, and consistent action, you are investing in the most valuable asset you will ever have: your own mind. The small choices you make every day in how you think, what you focus on, and how you respond to challenges compound over time, creating a life that reflects your highest potential. Change your mindset, and you change everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the second daily thing you need to improve in your life is your health. Health is the foundation of everything you do. Without it, every goal you set, every dream you pursue, and every opportunity you encounter becomes infinitely harder to achieve. Yet, too many of us take our health for granted. We wake up tired, we skip meals, we rely on fast food and caffeine to power through our day, and we push our bodies and minds to the limit without giving them the care they deserve. Improving your health is not about drastic measures, extreme diets, or spending hours in the gym. It is about consistent, daily actions that honor your body and mind and create a sustainable state of well-being. Every morning, your body deserves attention. You need to start the day by fueling it properly. What you eat affects your energy levels, your mood, your focus, and your resilience. Consuming processed foods, sugar-laden drinks, and empty calories might give you temporary satisfaction, but over time, it drains your energy and clouds your mind. Instead, prioritize whole, nutritious foods that nourish your body and provide lasting energy. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains are not just health trends. They are the building blocks of vitality. Drinking enough water throughout the day is equally important. Hydration affects your brain function, digestion, and even your skin. It may seem like a small detail, but these small daily choices add up, transforming your health and your overall quality of life. Exercise is another crucial aspect of improving your health. Movement is medicine for the body and the mind. You do not need to run marathons or lift massive weights to benefit from daily activity. Simple, consistent movement like walking, stretching, yoga, or a short workout routine can increase your energy, improve your mood, and strengthen your body. Exercise releases endorphins, the natural chemicals in your brain that make you feel good, reduce stress, and enhance focus. A body that moves regularly is more resilient to disease, more capable of handling stress, and better equipped to perform at its peak. The key is consistency. Even 20 minutes a day, if done daily, compounds into profound improvement over weeks and months. Sleep is another area that cannot be overlooked. In today's fast-paced world, sleep is often treated as optional or a luxury. Many people pride themselves on working long hours and sacrificing rest, thinking it makes them productive. But in reality, sleep is the secret weapon of high achievers. It is during sleep that your body repairs itself, your mind consolidates memories, and your brain processes the events of the day. Lack of quality sleep leads to fatigue, poor decision-making, irritability, and even serious long-term health problems. Make it a priority to get enough sleep every night, to establish a routine, and to create an environment that supports rest. Avoid screens before bed. Reduce caffeine intake in the evening, and treat sleep as a sacred daily practice. Mental health is equally important as physical health. Your mind and body are inseparable, and stress, anxiety, and negative emotions can manifest as physical ailments if left unchecked. Daily practices like meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few moments to breathe deeply can have a profound impact on your overall health. Mental clarity, emotional balance, and inner peace are cultivated when you intentionally care for your mental state. Just as you would go to the doctor for a physical checkup, monitor your mental and emotional well-being. Ask yourself daily how you feel, what thoughts are dominating your mind, and what small steps you can take to improve your mental health. Over time, these consistent efforts strengthen your resilience and create a calm, focused, and energetic mindset. Another critical component of health is habit formation. The small choices you make consistently every day are more powerful than sporadic bursts of extreme effort. Skipping exercise for one day is not the end of the world, but consistently neglecting your body will have lasting consequences. Developing healthy habits requires discipline and attention, but it is the daily actions, choosing water over soda, a walk over sitting idle, a balanced meal over junk food, that accumulate into significant long-term benefits. Habits compound, just like investments. Each positive action today improves your health tomorrow, next week, and next year. Preventive care is also essential. Many of us wait until we are sick or in pain before we seek help. But why attention to preventive measures can save years of suffering. Regular checkups, monitoring vital signs, maintaining good hygiene, and being aware of changes in your body are simple practices that can prevent serious problems. Taking care of your health daily is not just about reacting to illness. It is about creating a life that allows you to perform at your best, pursue your goals, and enjoy the journey. Lastly, mindset plays a role in health as well. How you think about your body affects how you treat it. A positive body image, self-respect, and self-discipline create a feedback loop that reinforces healthy behavior. If you view your body as an instrument for your success rather than a problem to be criticized, you are more likely to make choices that honor it. Daily affirmation of your worth, along with conscious effort to care for yourself, transforms health from a chore into a lifestyle. Improving your health is not complicated, but it is not easy. It requires attention, consistency, and commitment. It demands that you prioritize yourself in a world that constantly asks for more. It is the foundation upon which all other successes are built. Every meal you choose, every step you take, every hour of sleep you honor, every moment you spend caring for your mental well-being adds up to a life of energy, vitality, and strength. Daily attention to your health is not a luxury, it is a necessity. When you commit to it, your energy rises, your mind sharpens, your emotions stabilize, and you are fully equipped to face life's challenges and seize its opportunities. Health is not just living, it is thriving. Ladies and gentlemen, the third daily thing you need to improve in your life is how you manage your time. Time is the one resource that is completely equal for everyone, yet most of us use it as if it were limitless. We complain about not having enough hours in the day, we push tasks aside, we procrastinate, and we allow distractions to dictate how we spend our most valuable moments. The truth is, time is not something you can earn back once it is gone. Every second that passes is gone forever, and how you choose to spend it defines the trajectory of your life. Improving your time management is not about cramming more activities into your schedule or becoming a robot who is always busy. It is about making intentional choices that prioritize what truly matters. Maximize your productivity. Create space for focus, growth, and fulfillment. The first step in mastering your time is awareness. You must know where your hours are going. Most people underestimate how much time is lost to distractions like social media, television, and endless scrolling on their phones. A small habit like checking your phone every few minutes may seem harmless, but when accumulated, it can steal hours from your day. Begin by tracking your daily activities for a week. Observe how much time is spent on tasks that truly move you forward versus activities that consume me without adding value. Awareness is powerful because it allows you to take control of your day rather than letting it slip away unnoticed. Once you are aware of how your time is being spent, the next step is prioritization. Not all tasks are equally important, and trying to do everything at once leads to overwhelm and inefficiency. Each day, identify the 3 to 5 most important tasks that will have the greatest impact on your goals. Focus on completing these tasks first before moving on to less critical activities. This approach, often called the priority first method, ensures that your energy is directed toward what truly matters. Many people spend hours on busy work that feels productive but has little real effect. By consciously prioritizing, you align your time with your purpose, and you create momentum that propels you toward success. Another critical element of time management is planning. Each day should start with a plan, even if it is just a simple list of tasks or a schedule of activities. Planning creates structure, reduces stress, and helps you anticipate challenges before they arise. Without a plan, it is easy to drift from task to task, reacting to demands instead of proactively shaping your day. Effective planning does not require perfection. It requires intention. Break your tasks into manageable steps, assign estimated times to each, and create blocks of focused work. Planning your day every morning or even the night before sets the tone for productivity and allows you to approach your tasks with clarity and purpose. Equally important is learning to set boundaries. Many people allow interruptions, distractions, and obligations to hijack their time. Saying no is not selfish, it is necessary if you want to protect your focus and energy. Set limits on how much time you spend on social media, respond to emails, or attend meetings that do not serve your goals. Communicate your boundaries to others politely but firmly. Your time is your most valuable asset, and protecting it is one of the most effective ways to improve your life. By eliminating unnecessary distractions, you create space for deep work, creativity, and meaningful progress. Time management also requires understanding the power of consistency. Small daily efforts compound over time. Working steadily on a goal for an hour every day is far more effective than occasional bursts of effort that leave you burned out and unfocused. Consistency builds momentum, develops discipline, and reinforces positive habits. Even when motivation wanes, having a structured approach to your time ensures that you keep moving forward. It is not about doing everything perfectly each day, but about showing up consistently and making progress, no matter how small. Delegation is another important factor to consider. Many people waste time trying to do everything themselves, believing they must control every detail. Learning to delegate tasks that others can handle frees up your time for higher priority activities. Whether it is at work, at home, or in your personal projects, letting go of unnecessary responsibility allows you to focus on what only you can do, maximizing your impact and reducing stress. Delegation is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of intelligence and efficiency. Finally, reflection and adjustment are essential to improving your time management. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review how you spent your time. Celebrate what went well and identify areas where you can improve. Adjust your plans, refine your priorities, and commit to doing better tomorrow. Time management is not a one-time skill, it is a daily practice. By continually evaluating how you use your time, you create a feedback loop that strengthens your discipline, sharpens your focus, and ensures that each day is more productive than the last. Time is the currency of life. How you spend it determines your success, your happiness, and your fulfillment. Every small improvement you make in managing your time compounds over days, weeks, and months, creating extraordinary results. When you are intentional with your hours, prioritize what matters, plan your actions, protect your focus, stay consistent, delegate wisely, and reflect regularly, you take control of your life. Time management is not about being busy. It is about being effective, purposeful, and in command of your life. The choices you make every day with your time shape the person you become and the life you live, ladies and gentlemen. The fourth daily thing you need to improve in your life is your relationships. Relationships are the invisible threads that connect us to the world, shaping not only our happiness but also our success and personal growth. Yet, despite their importance, so many people take relationships for granted. We get caught up in our routines, our work, our goals, and our own struggles, and we forget that no one achieves true success alone. The quality of your life is often measured by the quality of your relationship, and improving them is not a one-time effort, it is a daily practice that requires attention, care, and intentionality. Every day, the way you interact with others creates either connection or distance. Small gestures matter more than you might think. A kind word, a smile, a simple message of appreciation can have a lasting impact. Relationships are built on consistency, trust, and mutual respect. Ignoring these small daily opportunities to nurture your relationship weakens the bonds over time, often without you even realizing it. On the other hand, consciously choosing to invest in others, to listen attentively, and to act with empathy strengthens connections and builds a foundation of support that carries you through life's challenges. One of the most important aspects of improving relationships is learning to truly listen. Listening is not simply hearing the words someone says, it is understanding the emotions behind them, acknowledging their perspective, and responding with care. So often, we listen only to respond, to prove a point, or to share our own thoughts, and in the process, we miss the opportunity to connect deeply. When you take the time each day to listen actively, to be fully present in conversation, you demonstrate respect, build trust, and create a safe space for open communication. This daily habit transforms relationships from superficial exchanges into meaningful bonds that endure over time. Communication is equally vital. The way you speak to others, the tone, the words, the intention behind them shapes the way your relationships develop. Negative, careless, or harsh words can damage trust and create distance, sometimes irreversibly. Conversely, words, encouragement, affirmation, and understanding foster growth and closeness. Make it a daily habit to speak with honesty, kindness, and clarity. Express gratitude, appreciation, and encouragement often. Communicate not only your needs but also your support for others. By consistently using your words to uplift and connect, you cultivate stronger, healthier relationships that enrich your life. Another key element is empathy. Every person you interact with carries their own burdens, struggles, and experiences that may not be visible to you. Daily efforts to understand others' perspectives and emotions strengthen relationships immeasurably. Empathy requires patience, humility, and a willingness to see beyond your own worldview. It is the difference between reacting with judgment and responding with compassion. When you approach your relationships with empathy, you create bonds that are resilient, supportive, and meaningful, enable you to navigate conflicts and challenges with grace. Consistency in nurturing relationships cannot be overstated. Relationships are not built in moments of crisis. They are cultivated in everyday action. Regularly checking in with loved ones, offering help without being asked, sharing experiences, and making time for meaningful interactions strengthens the emotional connection that forms the backbone of every healthy relationship. Small, consistent actions, sending a text, making a phone call, showing up for someone signal to others that they matter, and over time, these signals compound into deep trust and loyalty. Boundaries are another essential aspect of strong relationships. While connection is critical, maintaining healthy boundaries ensures respect and sustainability. Daily awareness of your own limits and the needs of others allows relationships to thrive without resentment or exhaustion. Boundaries create a balance between giving and receiving, between self-care and care for others, and they teach those around you how to treat you with respect. When you honor boundaries, you model self-respect and encourage mutual respect, strengthening relationships in a sustainable way. Conflict is inevitable in every relationship, but how you manage it determines the health of your connection. Daily practice of patience, humility, and clear communication allows you to handle disagreements constructively. Avoiding blame, focusing on solutions, and maintaining respect during conflict are habits that, when practiced consistently, prevent small disagreements from becoming lasting damage. Relationships flourish when challenges are met with understanding and collaboration, rather than anger and withdrawal. Finally, improving relationships requires self-awareness. The way you treat others is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Daily reflection on your own attitudes, behaviors, and patterns helps you identify areas where you can improve as a friend, partner, colleague, or family member. Are you patient or reactive? Are you generous with your time and attention, or distracted and distant? Do you show appreciation or take others for granted? By committing to self-improvement daily, you naturally elevate your relationship, because the better you become, the more positive energy, trust, and connection you bring into every interaction. Ladies and gentlemen, relationships are the lifeblood of a meaningful, fulfilled life. They require care, attention, and intentionality every single day. By listening actively, communicating clearly, practicing empathy, nurturing connections consistently, setting boundaries, managing conflict wisely, and reflecting on your own behavior, you transform ordinary interactions into extraordinary relationships. Every small action, every thoughtful word, every gesture of kindness compounds over time to create bonds that provide love, support, and resilience. When you invest daily in your relationships, you are not only enriching the lives of others, but you are also building a life of deeper connection, joy, and fulfillment for yourself.